Good afternoon, profitable traders. Welcome to the market color session. The New York market color session. It's just a recap of what was analyzed during the London market color session. Right, for this segment, I'll be analyzing the XY, GBP USD, and Euro USD. Right after that, see my colleague Lekon coming up to analyze gold and the yen basket. For Olutayo, she said she couldn't find the analysis that was done this morning on YouTube. We'll sort that out and get back to you, ma'am. The monthly time frame for DXY, nothing has really changed. We're just seeing overall bullish moves, right? And then we saw a support this liquidity right here all the way to the downside. And down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we've seen price get out this low and coming down to the daily time frame. We're speculating that we wanted to see price trading to this daily order block deciding at 102 spot 29 spot 283. I beg your pardon, 102 spot 983 on the daily time frame. So we've seen price break above this high right here, and we've seen a retest. All we want to see is for price to keep buying all the way to this daily order block for DXY and down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame too, we're speculating that we wanted to see price retracing to this left shoulder for a buy shoulder at 97.7106 to the downside, go to the upside. We want to see price retrace into this left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. Right, we haven't seen that happening yet. There's a fair value gap right here and the left shoulder. So we may see price retracing to this level. And once price gets there, we want to keep buying DXY. So kindly take note of these various price points that we're calling out in case price does what we've been looking out for, right? So that you get to see what has been analyzed and take opportunities in the market. On GBP USD, the monthly time frame for GBP USD, we're seeing that overall price has been selling and we've seen a break of this high right here, right? So on the weekly time frame also, on the weekly time frame, we've seen a break of this high all the way, price traded into premium, and we've seen some reaction of that point. And on the 4-hour time frame, we've been looking out for price to trade into this left shoulder right here at 1.35046. There's still some room for GBP USD to push to this upside, trade into our point of interest, and once price gets there, I'm willing to sell GBP USD all the way to the downside, all the way to even clear this low at 1.31422. But I'm still waiting for price to do its thing, trading to this left shoulder. Now I'm willing to hold GBP USD sell for days. One more push to the upside, and once price gets there, into next week, once price gets into my point of interest, I'm willing to swing that trade all the way to clear out the low on the 4-hour time frame. And last on my list being Euro USD. On the monthly time frame for Euro USD, right, we've seen price selling for a long time overall, and then we saw a clear of this liquidity all the way to the upside. And now to the weekly time frame also, right, flipping this most recent swing from point A to point B, we can actually see that price tapped into 61.8% flip level just the week, right? And then reacted off that point, traded into 38.2% flip level again, and we're seeing some reaction of that point. On the daily time frame, we saw a break of structure, change of character, and what have you. So flipping this most recent swing from point A to point B, we want to see if price is at premium. Right, so price retraced into, beg your pardon. So price retraced into 61.8% flip level, which is a good premium point for us to, keep selling Euro USD from. All right. And of course, we're speculating that we wanted to see price trade into this fair value gap, right? Calling out the price point 1.17062 before we, join the sell of Euro USD. We saw a tap, and right here we're seeing some reaction of this point. So if considering that I am not in the sell already, all I will be doing is to wait out for my entry signature on much lower time frames. On the 15 minutes time frame, as seen right here, I can spot the box pattern strategy for a sell, show that one spot 16715, right? Sweep to the upside, break to the downside. All I want to see is for price to retrace into this left shoulder on 15 minutes time frame for me to join the sell of Euro USD. And once price retraces into this level, I'm willing to sell all the way, all the way. Please, if you have questions at this point, can you type in the chat box and we will be looking at it together. Or if you have a different bias from everything I have said, please type in the chat box and we will be addressing it together. All right. While we're still putting our questions together, I'd like to announce that registration for the FX Bootcamp training August edition is currently ongoing. The box pattern strategy is just one out of the many strategies that we use in trading. So if you want to know how everybody trades on the trading floor, you can chat us up on 081 6099 5030, because if my entry for the box pattern strategy has not come to me yet, then maybe base strategy will be given an entry. So to know how these things work, again, chat us up on 081 6099 5030 for more inquiries. If there are no more questions, we'll be going on a very brief break. And right after that, Liko will be coming up for an analysis of gold and the basket.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back once again to the market color for the New York session and also the wrap up for the day. This afternoon we are going to have a quick review of what exactly we are looking out for in the morning. Just as the way we analyze in the morning, the price market is still within the range that we left it, and price has not really got into our POI for the short of the precious metal. Remember, this morning we are looking at shorting precious metal if price takes out this particular liquidity point, the eye of Asian, which we were considering this to be a sweep the shoulder level that we have here, and also this being a sweep, this sharp move to the upside being a sweep of this particular level, and we've seen the break. Now, price came all the way to a reference point here, which is this level that we have here, this particular zone here. Price came all the way to that level, but we are of the opinion that price may want to come and take out the Asian high, then we begin to see sell to the downside. But it has been rejecting from this particular zone since morning, especially at the end of TDA this morning. So we see how that price, move all the way to the downside, doing about close to 200 pips to the downside. All right. So that is that. And right now, what exactly are we still waiting for? I'm still of the opinion for the New York leg, for the New York today. Then we are likely going to see price coming to take out Asian high. When price takes out that, then we may now begin to look for opportunity short. And if you look at it from also the 4-hour time frame, our POI is still very much at the top there. So the sell we want to take within this zone here is just a scalp, all right, of which the real move is still at the top here, which I believe is going to happen during this New Year session. And if not, then that means we are going to open into the market at bullish on Monday. Then, if we did not see the move happen here, then that means if the price comes all the way here, then we want to see our analysis, sell all the way to the downside. Knowing fully well that this move is what we expect the first 2 days of the week, and it's what was playing out all throughout the week. All right, so that is that for the precious metal right now. All we are going to do is just wait and watch out more for price to come all the way and take out liquidity at our POI here, and we can just short briefly to the downside. Now the short is just going to be allowing price to get here and come all the way back here to take out the Asian low. But since Asian low has already been grabbed, then let's still wait when price gets here and it gets an entry signature, then you can easily follow through to the downside. But based on this reference, this is the entry for that reference this morning around 10:45 a.m. this morning, all the way to the downside. Now for the yen basket, let's quickly look at what's happening in Japan. Just as we said, we expect more sales on the yen basket, particularly on the daily time frame. If you look at it from the daily perspective, we still expect price to come and take out liquidity here. And that has been our outlook since Monday. And you see, there's no much volatility to push price to the downside, even though it's selling, but not with the momentum we expect it to sell. All right, so that is for the yen basket. Since we still expect more bearish move of the yen basket, what should we now look out for on the pairs like GBP/JPY, the yen correlated pair? For GBP/JPY, just as we said this morning, we're expecting today to be a very strong buy day, and that is what is happening right now. However, on the 4-hour time frame of GBP/JPY, I'm seeing a POI which is this is the shoulder, we've seen the sweep, we've seen the break to the downside. Then we expect price to get to this zone and react from this particular level here, especially at this other block that we have at this zone here. So we expect price to react there. But price did not get there before it started, pushing to the downside. Let's now go to 1-hour time frame to see what exactly is going on 1 hour. So if you look at it from the 1-hour perspective, we are going to see that we have a very, very clear mark here, which is where we are still expecting price to get into. So I would advise price only reacted to this other block that we have here, 1-hour order block, but there is still high tendency. Even if we are going to enter from this place, then that means our SL will be a bit wide because we have to put our SL above this high here. So I'm of the opinion, if you give a first shot here, just know it's going to be with a minimum lot size, right? So that you can have enough room for your SL above here. But the whole level where I'm still of the opinion is for price to still come all the way and we begin to sell from this zone instead as against this. But if you go to the lower time frame, since price is reacting to the 1-hour order block, then what should we see on the 15-minute rather? So on the 15-minute time frame, we already see some level of market structure shift that we have here. We already see this is the shoulder, and you already see the sweep of liquidity up. And at the same time, as liquidity is being swept up, we see how that price broke structure, this low here. This is the break, all right. So this is this here, makes sense. So, and since price already broke structure to the downside, what should we now look out for? We look out for price, to pull back all the way back up to the shoulder level. And even since the shoulder level, we have liquidity just at the top there. So you expect price to come and take out this liquidity and give a sell structure, sell confirmation, then you can easily sell GBP/JPY to the downside. and knowing fully well that the sell is not going to be a very long one, it's going to be very short because the POI for GPGPY is still at the top, all right? Here we're expecting it to get to on the daily time frame before the massive sell begins, all right? So I'm expecting price to come all the way to take out liquidity here. When price takes out this liquidity, then we can now begin to sell all the way back down, all right? And we don't go lesser than 15 minutes. But today, if you go inner to 5 minutes to see this particular price action clearly on 5 minutes, I believe is much more clearer for everyone to see now. So this is the shoulder, we've seen the sweep and we've seen liquidity built before the break. Then price should come, take out the liquidity, give an entry signature, and we begin to sell all the way back down. So if we begin to sell all the way back down, where are we selling to? Let's check on the 1 hour time frame. Then we expect that price should react back up at this particular point here. This particular point here, price should react back up. Why? You can see this is a very strong resistance here, resistance, and price broke out from it. It should turn support when price get back there. So that's why I said the sell is just going to be a scalp, just about 73 pips. All right, so you are risking 12 pips to cash 73, and that is about almost 1:6. All right, so watch out for that level. That is the only opening rather that we have for GBPJPY today. All right, and if this one fails, if the setup fails, then that means we are coming all the way to this 4-hour reference point that we have here, which also have a confluence on the 1 hour time frame. All right, where this is the shoulder. We've seen the sweep of liquidity, then we've seen the massive break downside. So price react came all the way back up, and we are likely going to see price tap into this zone and give entry signature for itself, or there's high tendency price come take out liquidity at this last week Friday high here. If price takes it out, that is going to be a level where we are going to load it proper with your SL just above this level here. Okay, so that is the outlook for GBPJPY for this New York session. And lastly, let's quickly take a look at Euro JPY, what has played out on it, and where exactly are we heading to. For Euro JPY, we have similar price action, all right, and like we said earlier this morning, we expect Euro JPY to still buy all the way to this POI that we have, just as we are seeing this markup here, where we are expecting Euro JPY to trade into. And the reference is on the 1 hour time frame, where we are going to see it much more clearly. As you can see, we see the shoulder, we see the low, we see the sweep, then we see the break. Even the sweep is with a jump at the open of last week at the opening of the market on the 27th, Sunday 27th. And now we've been seeing price, tanking all the way back down, and now is pressing back up to take out all liquidities. Now price is attempting to take out this liquidity. When price takes out this high here, then it's coming all the way for this shoulder. And when price gets to this shoulder, we are willing and ready to short all the way back down. All right, so that is our move for Euro JPY. So this is it here. So we are expecting to short Euro JPY when price gets here. So when price gets here, we see the entry signature unloaded, and we are following it all the way to the downside. And if you are using pending order, just know your SA will be about 52 pips. And what are you targeting? All we are doing for this is about 1:7 or 1:3. So where is the low? We are expecting price to come and sell all the way, take out this liquidity at the other side. All right, so that is the outlook for the yen basket, precious metal, and the other yen correlated pair. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. And if there's no question, this is going to be the end of the market color brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team for this week. So we meet again on Monday, 8:30 a.m. is the time. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. All right, and because of weekend, take out time to study. Watch the replay of the Traders Boots Camp that held last week Saturday. All right, see you again on the Cheers and God bless.